All right, we'll start again.
It's working out. Yeah, let's go.
Damn it.
Let's go.
What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, a.k.a. That Sports Gamer here, back with episode 59 of Bullpen Banter, where we talk about the latest in MLB The Show. I'm joined, as most of the time, by my good buddy, Mills, a.k.a. Mills Gaming TV. Mills, what's going on?
What's going on, TJ? Just sitting here enjoying some Destiny 2, wondering what this event on Wednesday may or may not be.
Yeah, I think
Can't wait.
I think we're going to get news tomorrow about the upcoming event this week, which should be interesting. Hopefully we get some early news tomorrow, probably 3 o'clock, I guess. It's not really early. It's always the same time, right? So I don't know why I would be expected for some morning info, but yeah, we are in the heart of sports gaming season. What do we have tomorrow? We have PES, NHL, NASCAR.
Right.
And I think we're getting a FIFA demo soon.
Yes, FIFA demo is actually coming out tomorrow as well.
My God. Then Friday's NBA Live. It's a busy time. I know you've been busy.
You're kidding.
Have you had any time for our favorite game, MLB The Show 17 this year?
I have, but most of my time has been spent offline with it. Mm-hmm. Because I've been having to fit it in where I can. Like many games, I haven't had the time to really set a goal and grind towards it. So, like, most of my time is spent just playing franchise mode, which, again, is not a problem because it's a true love of mine. But, like, I really want to get some of these things done. Like, I really want to get that Dylan Bundy, which I have not had a chance to get yet.
How much is he been going for right now?
He was on release day. I opened up the Player of the Month packs and ended up getting 2 Luke Weavers. Yay. But he was going for like 50, 60 at that time. He's currently going for 30, 36. So, and it's steadily going down. So I'm hoping to get him right around 25, maybe 20, and I'll be happy with that. Just to have him because he's an Oriole.
Mm. And he's a nice card.
It's a very good card. I think a lot of people are missing the fact that he had that sinker. They added that sinker to that card, and I think that makes that much better. I kind of wish he had. Let me see. Hold on, I'm bringing it up now. Yeah, I kind of wish he had.
Well, I guess we should jump straight into the Player of the Month chatter then, I guess, right?
Yeah, go right ahead, please. I'm sorry to jump right into that.
It's quite all right. Let's hop in here. We got the new Player of the Month cards featuring. What are all these guys' names? I have the whole list here. Jorge Polanco,
Dylan Bundy,
Luke Weaver, Mitch Moreland, Dylan Bundy, Corey Knievel, Reese Hoskins is the final guy, and who? I'm missing one there. Luke Weaver, who you mentioned.
Luke Weaver, yeah. And the thing that I think there are some good cards in here. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they're not end game cards. They're not a card that you're going to get for to use if you are top 100 player. These are players that guys in the mid ranges are looking at. Like the Mitch Moreland, the 87 gold overall card it's not a bad card. It's 80 contact versus righties, 91 power versus righties, and then 75-71 for lefties. The vision's not bad. He's got good fielding at first base. There are obviously better first base cards, but for a guy that's going right now for about 4,000, that's a good card you can put out there if you're looking to get one of those budget teams to work your way through the ranked seasons.
Yeah, and especially if you're still someone relying on a lot of live series cards, you should probably start thinking about what's going to happen after the season when live series stuff goes away. So a guy with 80, 91 against righties is nice to have, especially without an IE boost. So that's going to be a real nice card if you don't have these end tier diamond guys as we go into the offseason.
Right, and the other one you want to look at here, there's a few of them you can really look at here. I think
they're all actually pretty good cards.
Agreed. The Eugenio Suarez that ended up going in the ticket counter, I like him because he can play around the infield. And he can mash lefties. I just don't know. I mean, he's a ticket counter guy, so he's really not. You're not really wasting anything on him at that point.
Yeah, and that means I can't see him on the Show Nation.
No, you have to go to. I'm looking at him on the League of Daddies.
What is he? He's a 91, right? Something like that.
He's a 91. He was even with the.
Oh, I have to go to the actual search. I can't find him in the roster update because somebody would have had to buy him.
You could go to recent players on the very front page of the League of Daddies. You can go to the very front page, and it'll say under recent players. You should be able to find him.
I got him. Yeah, for a guy that can play third, first, and short, obviously having the shortstop is a good thing, but the arm strength is going to be a problem there.
Right.
But 88-92 versus lefties is really good. 78-74 holds its own against righties. 62 plate vision. That's all good stuff. 56 speed kind of sucks, but
yeah, 56 speed sucks, but it is what it is. Like, you're getting somebody that can play. More of like a utility guy.
Yeah.
He's not great defensively, but he can play around your diamond. That being said, is he somebody that you're probably going to put in your lineup like right now? Unless, as you said, it's a guy relying on live series or something like that. Probably not.
Yeah, and he's going for 2,000 tickets, which I feel like I've been making tickets hand over fist now since they changed. For the two, you get 2 times tickets now and 2 times stubs and everything. Mm-hmm. I'm still very happy they did that. By the way, I think that's a great way to reward players to continue to play. Yeah, I like it. So, and now that I finally opened up the diamond tier, I'm excited. Right.
Now, here's where I want to talk to you about with this player of the month, the Rhys Hoskins, okay? Mm-hmm. So, previous players of the month, let's forget about the James Paxton for a second. The previous players of the month, the final rewards have been Cody Bellinger, Eric Thames, and now Rhys Hoskins, right? Mm-hmm. Hoskins can play left field, but isn't Hoskins... Yeah, he can also play first base. That's his 2 positions. All of these guys have the same positioning, first base, left field.
Yep.
All of these guys are very, very close in rating.
Yep.
They're essentially the same guy. Bellinger's got a speed increase, but fielding-wise, they're very close.
Even with who was the first one? Judge, right?
Thames. Judge was actually the
Judge
big coup for that, even though Thames was the end goal.
Yeah, and Judge compared to this Hoskins probably isn't even that much better.
I'll be fair. I think this might be the worst player of the month out of those 3 because Bellinger goes 70-82 on contact and 98-95 power. Thames goes 81-92 contact and 90-96 power. Rhys Hoskins is 84-62 contact and 93-99 power. And his vision, while his vision is higher, he's got a 64 vision, which does make a difference. I mean, that's significant over 38 for Bellinger and 48 for Thames. They're so similar. I know Rhys Hoskins has had one of the best months ever, and they always look for underrated guys or unsung guys. I really wish this would have been somebody else,
right?
Positioning wise, because again, Bellinger can play left field too.
Some way to make it better.
Yeah, I don't know about the fudging in numbers. I think what they're doing is just if this player had this month and we multiply it times out for the year, what would those numbers be? I think that's the formula they've been using. Mm-hmm. It's just the corner outfielder or first baseman. I would have liked to seen. And again, bias, but I would have liked to see the Jonathan Scope be the one for the Paxton. Or in this group, maybe the Knievel or maybe even the Mitch Moreland.
Yeah, gets a better shot. I think they could have done the Knievel and made him a higher overall if they really wanted to. Because especially the biggest problem with this card is 65 fielding, 57 speed. That's not going to cut it in the outfield, and definitely not even going to cut it in a corner outfield spot. Anymore with some of the cards that are out there.
Right, and he can play first base, which, I mean, I know that's his secondary position, but, again, if you're going to play first base, then why wouldn't you have just got – for guys that are going to get this guy, he's going to cost as much as the Bellinger, and he's going to cost as much as the Thames. Why not just get the Bellinger or the Thames? Right. Or you probably already have the Bellinger or the Thames.
Exactly. And, so what I was saying about the Knievel was – let me pull up his card. So they got him to a 92 overall. But still, this card only has 58 walks per 9, which I don't think he really walked that many people last month. He didn't let up a home run, so they could have bumped they put the home runs per nine up to 84. They could have bumped that up a little more and probably got this up to a 93 or a 94. If just by upping the walks per nine and the home runs per nine a little bit more, they probably could have got this card up to a 94, which would have made him higher than the Hoskins. The only real problem with this card is that it doesn't have it has an awful pitch mix.
Yeah,
this is essentially every Craig Kimbrell card.
Yeah, this is the fastball, two-seamer, and the knuckle curve. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the fact there's still 3 speed tiers, and that two-seamer does move a little bit, but like you can sit fast. If you can sit fastball and react to the knuckle curve, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's literally just the what's his name? It's just Craig Kimbrell. There's literally nothing different about this.
Except I think Kimbrell's got the knuckle curve too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got the same curve and the same 2 fastballs. I was looking on Brooks Baseball to see if he had a third pitch, but he had thrown a changeup in the past, but not anymore. So
he does. He definitely is not using it now. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, if he would have had anything else, this card could have been way better.
Now he's still going for 23 sell and 28 buy, so people understand that his velo is no joke, and you can use him. He'll cut off a couple people on inside pitches, but I'm with you. I don't like guys that have fastball, off speed, and that's it. I really wish, and again we go back to I really wish it would have been something different for the overall player of the month.
Yeah, I mean for half the price, which is what it would cost you to get Craig Kimbrell, you would have 6 more hits per 9, 3 more walks per 9, and 10 less home runs per 9, which we know doesn't matter. But other than that, they're essentially the same card.
Right.
So, unless you're really trying to get that Hoskins, this card's probably not really worth it because you can get the exact same thing from Kimbrell.
Well, and I think that's why some of these other cards are that high. Is like there are people trying to defend the Hoskins.
I really don't think that this is going to be super cheap. How much does I want to say I don't remember who the cards were for the other ones, but like Justin Bour alone is 162,000 coins. I don't remember who the thing was for his month for May. And April was the Thames, right?
Yeah.
And that Zimmerman's going for between 100 and 165,000.
Right. Well, and the other part of that is
by far the cheapest one.
Remember, the other part of this, they also did. They released the ticket counter cards back again. Mm-hmm. The ticket counter cards that you needed for those are back in the ticket counter, being cycled through. So that immediately upped the value of whatever the highest value one of those guys it was.
Yes, but you could do this for maybe 60,000 coins. Maybe, yeah, you could probably do this for about 60,000 stubs and 2,000 tickets.
Yeah, it's just I still kind of feel like that anyone that would have had this, that would have wanted this card, is either gonna be a Philly fan or newer to the game.
Yeah,
which isn't a problem. I don't know. I'm looking for. We said earlier in the season that we don't want to see 99s very early and stuff like that. We don't want to see overpowered cards too early. I mean, now I'm looking for. I want to see those cards. Mm-hmm. And that Rhys Hoskins card is not that card.
Yeah, I was really thinking Monday was somehow going to end up being the mission this month,
right?
But I definitely think he's worth it. I mean, obviously, maybe not the 30,000 right now, but if he drops down a little more to like 20-25, I think he's definitely worth a pickup. 86 20 is a little questionable, but not too bad.
But he's got the velo, he's got the sinker. I mean, he's going to touch 95 with that sinker. His 5 pitches, slider, curveball. His curveball is down around 75 miles an hour, so I think all of those things play.
Yeah.
The only thing is not working for him is his windup's just kind of basic. So
it is,
you
right?
can use it very easily.
I thought there was something about him that I wasn't really loving.
Yeah, his windup is very basic.
Yeah. You know, I've actually been having a lot of success with recently is the 88 Mike Scott.
Oh, you said you pulled that, right?
Yeah,
from one of your Legends packs?
Yeah, one of those Legends pack, I pulled him. He's actually, like, real good. Like, to the point where I think I might try to figure out how I get this 99 and then go after it. He's got a splitter, slider, curveball, four seam, which is actually a pretty good combo. I do wish he had like a changeup or something, but you can kind of use the split as that. But
yeah, see, I think splitters can be used as changeup. I think Guidry has the same thing. Is that his splitter kind of works as a changeup for him?
Yeah, he's going for 42.52 right now, so that's not bad. I might make this move. I have 60,000.
Can you get that, Scott, for 60,000 though?
Yeah.
If you can, I would say when you find especially a starting pitcher, when you find a starting pitcher that you're good with, my advice is always, if you want to get the higher version of him, always do it. Just because like it's so tough to find things that you're good with the meter on, and then pitching is such a feel in this game. You have to be able to feel your pitches. You have to know what pitches are going to go where, so you don't make mistakes. If you feel comfortable with somebody, a lower version of somebody, absolutely go after the higher version.
My only worry is that I will do the upgrade and he will pitch just as well as the other one.
Yeah. That's very, very possible. So I think that's always the fear when it comes to this game. Is like, I have this card, I have this really good card. That must mean that the better card is going to do better for me. And a lot of people are like, well, but this speed mix doesn't match up now.
Yeah, like, here are my stats with the 88. He's had 5 starts, 27 innings, because I think guys have quit out because he's been so good.
Right.
So 27 innings, 5-0, a 1 ERA, .81 whip, 20 strikeouts, and 3 hits. Or no, does he have 3 hits as a hitter? He might have 3 hits as a hitter, because he is a monster. I've thrown 2 shutouts with him, 4 complete games. How did I have... Yeah, so people have been quitting on him left and right. He's just nasty.
So the other part of that is like, so one of the best, who is it that I could hear that I'm hearing in my head? Someone was the Felix Hernandez. It was the same thing with remember the flashback Hernandez? Like everyone was like, I pitched so well with Felix. The flashback came out like, oh, he's garbage because of like his velo changes or whatever. It's just, it's weird.
Now I have to go to the daddy leagues, do the compare, and see what this says.
Are you trying to get you're actually going to buy the Scott outright?
No, I'd put the buy order in.
That's what I mean. You're going to just buy him outright for what, 42?
Yeah.
Nice. Making moves.
More break on the splitter, more break on the slider, more break on the curve, less break on the fastball. More control.
Break on the four-seamer?
Yeah.
I don't really think break on the four-seamer does much. Like I know it moves a little bit, but I think you can get away with less break on the four-seamer.
And all the pitches go up about a mile or 2.
You can't hate on that.
The four-seam goes up to a 93, which means it probably really hits like 95.
Right.
Yeah, and every pitch is five off because you figure the four-seam is going to go 95, the split's going to go 90, slider's going to go 80, or slider's going to go 85, and the curve's going to go 80. So that's a lot of stuff to throw at someone. So let's try to get that. Maybe we get it before the end of the show. That'd be great.
That'd be awesome. We could use it possibly.
And I'd have him and Roy Oswald in the same rotation.
I love that Roy Oswald card. I know he doesn't do the velo, and I know Oswald because of the velo upgrade. Mm-hmm. I've had so much success with the 93. It's like him and Oral Hershiser. They do the same thing with both of them.
I did not realize how really good sinkers are this year until only a few weeks ago.
Really?
I ended up doing the Pirate set to get the 92 Drebeck. He is also filthy with that sinker.
So the thing with sinkers this year, not only is it the new ball physics, so you can get a ton of ground balls off of them, but the other part of sinkers this year, I think, is people with fast sinkers can throw them high and get easy strikes out of them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will see that. A lot of people see that and see the fastball high and won't swing at it.
And it'll just clip. Yeah.
Right, because in this game, the way sinkers work is like you don't lose enough of the motion for it to be ineffective. When you throw a sinker that high, realistically, it should flatten completely out.
Yeah.
And it does it in this game, so the sinkers become a little harder to hit in that area.
Yeah, a lot of. Yeah, I did not realize how good it was until I got that. Until I got the Drebeck and the 89 Oswalt from. Was that from an event not too long ago? I think.
The Oswalt was from one of the events.
Yeah, he was like
he was the 9-win. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really liking that card too. I would assume that I'm actually pretty good with that card. This only says I have 2 games started with him, but I don't believe that for 1 second. Seems off. But yeah, sinkers are nasty. Get guys with sinkers. I wish the 2-seam was a little bit better, but it's all good.
Yeah, I think the 2-seam is. I think people use the 2-seam too much as a sinker sometimes. Because in real life, we see 2-seam and it's described to us as a sinker a lot of the times. They're used interchangeably when in reality it should be more horizontal motion than it will be vertical. Right. And I think people try to use it as vertical motion in the game instead of understanding all it's going to do is tail to the side. And if you use it to tail to the side, you're fine. If you use it to try to throw, let's say you're throwing a 2-seamer right-handed pitcher to a left-handed batter. If you're trying to clip the outside corner and you miss, it's going to go middle and go right to the meat of the bat. Right. If you're trying to go inside with it and you miss, it's going to go right into the middle of the plate. So you have to know situations you can use it in. I think 2-seamers are very dangerous if you use them in the right situation. Going oppo-handed against a pitcher is probably not the right situation.
Yeah, definitely. I only use it righty-righty or lefty-lefty, and almost exclusively inside. Just to... Worst case, I throw an inside fastball. Best case, I throw a fastball that's inside too much, and they swing for it.
Exactly.
Or it's a ball. I think that's actually why I've liked the Dallas Keuchel card so much. I've been using the live series. Every time he's got an IE boost, he's back in my rotation.
Nice.
Because I've been facing a lot of lefties with him, and he's just really nasty with that 2-seamer inside. I don't know if these stats here are his batting stats or his stats against batters.
His dynasty stats should be, if he's a pitcher, show. Yeah, because he's got average. Oh no, it's got average running in scoring position. Yeah. If he's a pitcher, you should be showing the pitching stats.
I feel like left-handed hitters are not hitting 300 off him.
That would be surprising if it was.
Yeah. Questionable.
I'd be very surprised if left-handed hitters were hitting 300 off Dallas Keuchel with you pitching.
Yeah. Let me try going to this stats page. Starting pitchers. Oh, I forgot we can do... Wait. I don't understand what L2R2 do.
Lifetime and...
Lifetime.
Lifetime and lifetime. I'm not sure then.
Okay, why do I only have guys with 4 innings? You know what? I think it's supposed to be telling me pages, and it's definitely not telling me pages.
Oh, that would be...
It's not...
So it's literally just saying lifetime then.
Yeah, it says lifetime, but it's definitely skipping, but it's going different pages.
Gotcha.
Here I see David Price to Stephen Max. But
right, you can see. So it's going side to side column wise. It's like scrolling columns. Yeah.
No, it's changing how many players I see.
Oh, it's like page up, page down.
Yeah, it's page up, page down. Let's see. This should have his real stats, right? Oh, God. No. Yeah, they really got to figure out how they do stats in this game. Because still, the starting pitching stats doesn't have pitching stats on it.
I would say they have more important things to worry about right now. My personal opinion is that the statistics for... I mean, I want to see them. I definitely want to see them, but They've had server issues this year. They've had gameplay issues this year. I think I would rather see them fix that first.
Okay, I think P average is their pitch. I literally don't know. This seems right that he would be opposing batters would be hitting 208 against him. But then that would mean he is hitting 300 against left-handed pitchers and 256 overall. I'm very confused. And I would
no idea.
I would just like to know what pitchers I'm good with, but apparently that's not something I can actually.
Unfortunately, I don't know. So we should probably move on from that.
Yeah. But use Dallas Keuchel. He's really good. I would like to try the other one, but I haven't yet. The 93.
Right.
I don't have the money for. That's the.
Yeah, it's like, look, you gotta have the Altuve to get him. So
yeah, that's the problem right now. Roster update happened Friday. It seems like we're going to every other week for the roster updates from now on. So I think that means we're gonna have 2 more. Maybe I think we might get that postseason like after the year one too.
Yeah, you always get one after the year that puts all the players back on the roster. Yeah.
Let's see. Where do we want to start? Rhys Hoskins actually got a nice bump to his
yes.
Series card. Went from a 63 to a 78. Let's see what it did for reals. It gave him plus 16 to contact versus righties. Actually took 3 away from his contact versus lefties. Gave him 19 more power versus righties and 18 more power versus lefties. And upped his vision 26 points. So.
Well, I think a lot of this was the big thing with this one is it was kind of the diamond update because like we got 3 guys moving up to diamond this update, including the one that everyone remembers, that Jose Ramirez card that came out for Player of the Month, and everyone was always like, "Well, when is this stopping him from getting diamond?" You know, his live series,
and he's MVP candidate right now, and still destroying the ball.
See, and that brings up a really good point. Like, at what point, when a guy is having just an unbelievable year like Ramirez was, how long can you hold him down like below diamond for that? Yeah. Because, like, Stan, I think the bigger example right now is Giancarlo Stanton. Like, dude is absolutely wrecking right now at a historic pace.
Right. The only problem with him right now is that he's pretty much maxed out all the stats that he can max out.
Right, but like he's hitting for average too, to an extent.
Yeah, but he's still striking out. I think he might still be striking out at a crazy clip, so his vision's definitely not going to go up. I mean, nothing's really changed with his fielding. It's not like he's stealing bases to up his speed or anything.
Right. I mean, like, I don't need all that. Like, the contact numbers, right now, he is hitting 281. And I don't know. I kind of, at what point do you say to yourself, you know, he's a 91 and might be the best hitter in the league right now?
Yeah. 3-year average, man.
I know. Now, granted, he is hitting 272 against righties, but he's hitting 315 on the year against lefties. So, like,
I mean, 84 is good. 84
yeah.
Plays. But how many strikeouts does he have?
Oh, he's got a ton of Ks. I mean,
so that's free overall points. If he had like 55 vision, he'd probably go up 2 or 3 overall points, at least.
He's sitting at 146 strikeouts for the year going into tonight.
And we still got 20 games left, roughly.
Yeah, it's a big number.
So
it's a big number.
He might not get to 200, so that's good.
That might not get to the Chris Davis territory.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think he's good. I mean, you could give him a little bump to the contact versus right. I really don't think you can bump his vision. Maybe you take a little from his discipline with that many strikeouts, but I mean, he's playing for the Marlins, so there's no reason for it to have a clutch stat. But yeah, I mean, I think that's his biggest problem is that he's maxed out the power already, so he can't go anywhere there.
Right. Yeah, maybe.
That's why I think his card is pretty much where it's going to be.
So maybe he isn't the best one, but like then in general, like, do you think it might be too weighted in the past for player ratings?
I think so, but I feel like recently they've started moving more towards the the current stuff weighs a lot more. I think we've seen that a lot with like the rookies, or not the rookies, but like the young guys that are now getting like full seasons under their belts.
Right.
I feel like they've been much more aggressive in moving guys up from lower numbers.
Right.
So I feel like that's going to continue. Though now with the addition of the Player of the Month stuff, we'll see how that plays out as we go into like the second year of doing it.
Well, especially because the Player of the Month stuff kind of protects them for those younger guys. They can say, hey, the younger guys' live series might not be there, but we have this Player of the Month card for them. Yeah.
Unless you run into to an Aaron Judge situation where now his live series and his Player of the Month are the same rating.
Right.
Yeah. I think they're both 87s.
I think I disagree when it comes to I want the older weight to mean a little less, but I don't want to see younger guys moved up faster.
I think they're moving up young guys faster, but not to crazy levels unless they deserve them.
Right. That's what I'm hoping. Because I saw a lot of people. We've been hearing about Aaron Judge going diamond for months, about people wanting him to go diamond, and then he has a terrible August. Mm-hmm. Like he gets to the point where he's striking out, his batting average is going down. He's still getting some of the power, but he's not getting anything else. And people were still complaining that he wasn't a diamond earlier in the year. So my worry is I want to find some way where the older ratings don't mean as much, but not to affect young, because we know the formula affects everybody equally.
Right.
Even if you don't have those ratings. But not have them affect the younger guys to where the younger guys move up too quickly. I kind of like how the younger guys move up this year. I thought they're very fair on most of the younger guys this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially guys like the guys that got Player of the Month this month.
Yeah,
they all got nice bumps because they were extremely low to start with. Like Luke Weaver was a 54,
right,
and they bumped him up to a 73 for his live series card. What was Rhys Hoskins? I just saw it.
He just got silver.
He went from a 63 to a 78. So I mean, I feel like they're being more aggressive on that low end stuff, but still kind of playing it safe on the high end stuff, which I think is good because, like, Rhys Hoskins does have an extremely good year. I feel like last year they would have bumped him maybe to like a 70 on his live series card.
Right.
Like I feel like they wouldn't have been as aggressive. Like what did they move his power to? Yeah, they gave him 81, 76 power versus righties, 81 versus lefties. I feel like last year they would have like slow played that a little bit more,
right,
and not gone up so high in one shot.
Andrew Benny from the chat, Benny Two Bags says he doesn't like the Player of the Month. He doesn't agree that silver's getting gold cards and gold's getting diamonds. What I will say to that, Benny, is I like it because it's.
Does that actually happen?
Yeah, that's the Player of the Month thing. It's like Rhys Hoskins is a silver but got a diamond card. Well, I like it, Benny, because it
actually when Rhys Hoskins got it, he was
bronze.
A bronze.
Right.
And the Player of the Month stuff is stuff they were doing in that month, which is adding to his career thing, which is why they have to pull up the live series as well.
Right. I don't have any problem with it because, like you said, if it's that 1 month. If it's that 1 month encasing and it allows younger players to get a better card without having to affect their live series as much, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm. And if you're a Phillies fan and you're like, this Rhys Hoskins guy is great, there's absolutely no reason I would ever use his live series card.
Right.
This gives you something to use.
And also from the chat, Filthy VT says he's betting the Future Stars cards will fill that ratings gap going forward. I think you're right. Mm-hmm. I think now that they have the Future Stars series out, they can put them in. The problem is that what's a Player of the Month if a young player goes, and what's a Future Star? Like I think the Future Stars will be seeing in July normally. Because first of all, you don't get a lot of those hot guys coming up until the Super 2 number is over, which is June, I believe, or late May. So first of all, you're not going to see a lot of those guys until late May, and they're going to need to get a month under their belt before they start warranting Future Stars cards. Even though, like we know who the Future Stars are with scouting these days.
Though they did say stuff would come out with September call-ups and stuff, so maybe they will be more aggressive. Like I was, who just got called up? Was it for the Twins? Someone just got called up.
Victor Robles for the National.
Yeah, so I assume he's not in the game yet, right?
No,
I will
not
double
yet.
check, but I'm almost 100% sure he's not.
No, he wasn't. He was not in that update.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a possibility that we get his live series card and maybe a Future Stars card next time in 2 weeks.
Right.
Because I feel like, especially now that they're going bi-weekly, you're going to have to be more aggressive with that. If you are going to put out more Future Stars cards, which it sounded like they were going to do, there will have to be, in these next 2 roster updates, there's going to be guys that are getting their first real card and a Future Star card in the same.
Well, maybe not though, because they can still release Future Stars cards after the season. Remember, roster updates are going to stop, but the content's not. Like they're still going to release cards after the season. So if Victor Robles comes up and has a good September, or just has an average September, they can absolutely still push the Victor Robles card out in like October. Especially if the Nationals are in the playoffs.
Yeah, true.
That I don't think that there's any problem with them pushing cards out after the season that are not live series.
Yeah, I just don't know how effective. I mean, it depends on what they put the ratings at, but I just don't know how effective it would be to give me a card of a guy that played, the last week of the season, and then now you make a 90 overall Future Star card. I'm like, I feel like that would be kind of weird. And like, if I don't get that card till like January, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I also think a lot of that's from, again, their scouting reports, their early scouting reports, what scouts, because there are a lot of scouts that average out what their stats are going to be based on real life MLB comparisons. Like say he has, he's got 75 power, which means we're looking for, 30 to 35 home runs a season out of him. Mm-hmm. Or he's got, 60 hitting, which means we're expecting a 275 average at some point, but like they could go off the scouting reports as well. I mean, they've already got the scouting reports in the pro level scouting, so you could use that and kind of estimate what they're going to get.
Some of the other cards that got bumps, we talked about the Jose Ramirez for a minute. He actually took a hit. He lost 1 point to his contact versus righties, but gained 5 to his contact versus lefties.
Right.
Also gained 4 power versus righties and 10 power versus lefties, and 4 vision. So that's always nice. Lost a little bit of discipline. Also, Francisco Lindor comes back up to diamond, which I think gives the Indians like 5, 4 or 5 diamonds.
Andrew Miller, Corey Kluber, Francisco Lindor, Jose Ramirez, which would be the other one, and there's got to be one more. I know there's one more that I'm missing. Maybe a guy they just traded for that I'm blanking on right now.
Nope, just 4.
Oh, it's 4. Okay, good.
Yep, just 4. What did they do to him? Gave him +3 power, +3 contact versus lefties, +3 power versus righties, +9 power versus lefties, and +7 vision. And that's all for him. Your boy Manny Machado, he got a little bump. He's up to a
getting that upgrade. Yep.
+10 power versus lefties, +6 vision, and -1 to discipline. They took a hit on everybody's discipline.
Well, I think a lot of that is, I mean, like Manny has been a little swing happy, but of course, as you get better hitting the ball, your walk numbers go down. So your discipline, I think your discipline takes a shot because when you're getting hot, I believe that you're seeing the ball better. You're not taking as many strikes. You're hitting the ball more, so your discipline may go down because of that.
Balls on Base wants to know what's with the comments on the pages. These are, if you're signed into Daddy Leagues, you can leave comments on cards.
Yes.
You can be like, this card is straight nasty.
Yeah, people will leave like reviews on cards once in a while and stuff like that.
What did George Springer do to get this up?
George Springer got moved back to right field.
Oh, out of center field?
Yep. So once he got moved back to right field because of his arm, it automatically shoots him back up 3 points. Yeah.
Interesting. All right. Well, back to diamond by doing nothing. Full job.
One more diamond. They have to get in the Astros collection, so you can get your Dallas Keuchel. Yep.
Though I had like 3 of them, so I quick sold 2 of them because we were good.
There you go.
That was one of my guys I spent a little coin on. Yeah, so now there's 3 diamonds in the Astros collection. And 5 golds. 5, and they're all pitchers. All 5 golds are pitchers. Verlander, Keuchel, McCullers, Devoniski, and Giles.
They have a new roster update screen on the Show Nation.
Yeah, they just added that with the last roster update, I believe.
Yep, I did not know that. That's really cool.
Severino went up. Severino stays gold, but went from an 85 to an 87. Got a little more stamina, a little more hits per 9, a little more walks per 9. Not too much, though. Only like 4 free.
Yeah.
The big one, though, Ken Giles moved from 84 to 87. Got plus 7 hits per 9 and plus 5 walks per 9. I like Ken Giles. Yeah. I'm not really throwing a lot of strikes with him. I think I'm gonna have to take him out of my bullpen right now.
Well, Giles is very, very nasty to face too. He has that velo. He's got a kind of a wonky windup. All of that stuff. Like him getting his per 9s up is going to make him even more. Now he's a gold, which takes him off of a lot of people's battle royale beasts. Being able to do that, so I think that's the biggest change. A lot of people were using Ken Giles as a silver in battle royale, one of the better silver pitchers. So that changes battle royale a little bit for people.
But he's still getting IE boosts for us playing regs. Usually getting 7 or 8 hits per 9 and another K per 9. So that bumps up to 89 or 90. So not bad. Darvish took a hit. What happened to Darvish?
Darvish has not pitched well this year.
Went from an 89 to an 87.
Yeah.
They took it's kind of a fake update. They took 2 away from his Ks per 9, but then they took 7 away from his home runs per 9.
Right.
So fake news. Fake news is what that update is.
I think one of the JD Martinez. Go ahead and finish with JD because I've got one I think is the biggest update in here, but yeah.
Oh, I did not notice this JD bump. JD might not be my left fielder anymore. Or my right fielder anymore.
Yep.
Took a 13 hit to his contact versus righties. But went up plus 6 to his contact versus lefties. Up plus 9 to his power versus righties. Also plus 6 to his discipline. So, plus he's still getting the IE boost. You're still going to play him. He's still a monster. But yeah, now he's 87, 89 versus lefties. Which is pretty good. Pretty good.
I would like to say that, so for the first time since the game is released, the Swiss Army knife of Diamond Dynasty, the guy we tell you to always get very first if you can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. This guy just came out of my lineup.
Yep.
Yeah, where did he go down?
And he came out because, I'm going to tell you why, because he took a -2 to his overall. But he also came out because he took shots against his hitting versus lefties. He's never been a big-time power threat. Like, he can hit with some power, but what he's going to do for you normally is doubles. The problem is, now he took a contact versus lefties, hit him -6. He's now at 69. Once you get under that 70 nice. No, once you get under that 70 threshold, it's tough to say that, you're going to put a righty in your lineup that can't hit lefties. His power took a 9 shot. Went from 53 power versus lefties to 44 power versus lefties. Yep. Like, when you're a right-handed batter, I don't care how fast you are. If you can't hit lefties, like, there are better options.
Yeah, him coming out is how JD Martinez has been playing right field for me more recently.
Right.
Because I had him in left. But now with this downfall, he's pretty much out of the lineup, and JD Martinez and Springer are starting at my corner outfield spots.
Yeah, Springer's been one of those guys that a lot of people really enjoy having out there, especially when he's a gold. Because especially in Battle Royale too, because he's got speed, he's got power, he's got an arm. He maybe what I'm gonna call it.
Lefties.
George Springer is the new Swiss Army knife.
I want to agree.
You wanted speed to be up a little higher before you can call him that, don't you?
77 speed is my only.
77 speed plays.
Don't get me wrong.
Double those balls.
It plays. Just questionable. Also, don't Diamonds quick sell for 10K?
Yeah, 5K.
Is it 5K?
Yeah, it's 5K. It's like some people will spend money on the ticket counter just to get 5,000 stubs.
Those people are literally insane.
Yeah, I know. I think Balls on Base is one of those people.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who. I also started using this Lou Brock card. I finally got that. He's all right. He's got speed, but can't really hit lefties.
He can't hit, and his fielding is terrible.
Trash.
Yeah,
He did get me a walk-off sac fly last night. In
right.
What might have been the most important game I've ever played of MLB The Show. I was playing. I got up to 793, I think, in ranked seasons, and I was like, I should go to sleep. And then I was like, no, let's do this. Ridiculous game. I've already exported the stream. I'm going to clip it up and put it together because I almost broke my controller. I said some bad words. I yelled at the developers of the game because I did not get a throwing meter. And then Lou Brock walked it off with a sac fly. After the play before, Jacoby Ellsbury was safe at home if he knew how to slide. But he slid. He did the slide where he puts his right arm out and then just misses the base, and then he's like, I'm going to tag with my left arm, but I'm going to come bring my left arm way far back real first. And then
that slide. That slide. I've had more problems with that animation.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, move your right hand like 3 inches, and you're
yeah, and like it's so close. And the other problem is too is if you watch it, I've been tagged out at home
with my head on the past the base.
Right. Your head past the base, plus your left hand doesn't actually touch home plate until it's halfway across.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Like I get why, because they want to make. Because I think it's a balancing thing with how fast they can get from third to home, but there are better ways. There has to be a better way. Like when you're running the first, the guys that can't get out of the box quick enough. Mm-hmm. Like we've all seen that slowdown animation when coming out of the box, especially for lefties. It's the same. I think it's the same thing. I think it's a balancing thing, but there's got to be a better way. Yeah. Because when you replay it, it looks not good.
I think I tweeted it out earlier. If you want to go look at it, it was painful, so painful. But
I've had that on my stream. I've done that rewind on stream. Like, why is this guy not safe? And then if you really zoom into it, you're like, well, he's not putting his hand down.
Right.
Well, why the hell is he putting his hand down?
Or why is he even reaching for the bag with that hand? Just slide the right hand over like 2 inches and you're good. Or put your face on the plate because your face is crossing the plate before your hand gets there. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to talk about it. But your boy finally made it to what am I in? Championship Series?
Nice.
So I get my rando diamond. I've been on a 10-game winning streak.
I'm thinking Mike Trout is coming.
First off, if Mike Trout came, do you know how excited I would be to sell that guy?
You would sell him?
Yeah.
Would you really sell him?
I'd rather get 500,000 stubs per day.
Dude.
Day. Hold on. Can I just let me? I've never actually thought about this, but what's Mike Trout compared to, say, Jacoby Ellsbury?
Wait, hold on, wait a second. Mike Trout compared to who?
Ellsbury.
Dude, Mike Trout destroys Ellsbury. It's like Trout still destroys Ellsbury. His hitting stats, you're underestimating Mike Trout's hitting stats.
All right. Let me tell you the Mike Trout hitting stats.
I can tell you, I'm looking right at
90 contact versus I'll pull up the data leagues compare.
Yes.
90 contact versus righties. Jacoby Ellsbury. 93 contact versus righties.
Yep. Go ahead. Keep going.
93 power versus righties. 89 power versus righties.
You want to keep going?
54 vision. 84 vision.
You missed two very big stats there.
I rake with Jacoby Ellsbury. You know what he is?
I love Jacoby Ellsbury.
He's my new reincarnation of Salty. Give me 77 contact, 77 power. Rake all day.
Listen to me.
I'm gonna go look. Actually, I want to see if that's true.
Listen to me. His arm strength is crap. You have to play Ellsbury in left field.
That's why you got shortstops. Throw it right to him.
I get it. That's fine. 97 contact versus lefty, 92 power versus lefty for Trout versus 77 and 75 for Ellsbury. I love Ellsbury. I think Ellsbury is one of the better outfielders in this game.
Low key OP for 60K. You know how I got Jacoby Ellsbury? Tony Gwynn was
event, right?
No, Tony Gwynn was straight trash for me.
Oh, you're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind. Out of here.
You're talking absolute heathenistic stuff right now.
I'm telling you. I'm looking at my screens. Look, I'm gonna show you my screens right here.
I don't want to look at your screen. No, I don't care. You don't have the compare up there. I need the compare between Ellsbury and Trout, and then you tell me with any shadow of a doubt that Trout is not an absolute monster compared to Ellsbury.
For 20 times the price. Look right there. What is that?
I don't care if it's 20 times the price.
What's that?
I don't care. What are you going to do with 400,000 stubs at this point?
Oh, I'm going to buy everything.
Not buying anything. No, you wouldn't buy anything.
Look at this.
What are you going to buy?
200 average.
That's because you're trash.
57 plate appearances.
No,
trash.
I'm done with it. No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Like you're literally hurting my heart, telling me that Tony Gwynn is trash in this game.
353 with Jacobi.
Oh my lord!
Look at this. 12 home runs.
No.
In 157 plate appearances.
Listen to me. No. I'm done. Mike, you get Mike Trout and you sell him, and I swear to God, this show's over.
Go see what Jay Sherm did.
If you I don't care what Jay Sherm did. James Sherm is a no money spent guy.
Jay Sherm.
He is not a co-host. Jay Berm?
No, Jay Sherm, who I think has
Jay
been a
Sherm.
host on this.
No, he's a no money. Jay Sherm's a no money spent guy. He likes going around with the silver and gold teams.
That definitely cannot be true.
No. Listen to me. You are not Jay Berm. You are not Jay Sherm. I don't care. You eat Quicksoul Trout?
Yeah, like a champ.
I don't eat Quicksoul Trout. That's bullcrap.
Check it out. Jay Sherm 23 on Twitter.
No, listen.
Look at these 0 home runs.
You are not Jay Sherm. You are not Jay Sherm. Okay? You know what you are? You are the co-host of Bullpen Banter, a show about the show.
Yeah.
We show people stuff about the show on the show.
Yeah. You know what we tell them to do? Sell Mike Trout.
No, you do not sell Mike Trout.
You get yourself.
Chat, somebody back me up that
over here.
Tony Gwynn is the Enzo Mori of Emma of the show. Red Sox is banned. You know
what you do? You come over here. I can't buy this on the market, right? Trash.
You can't buy what on the market?
You come over here, get yourself hot little Chipper Jones number. Look at this. Oh, beast. 67, 57 fielding and speed. That plays in left field for me. That plays in left field for me.
You literally just said you can't have JD Martinez out there.
Hey, I'm not gonna have JD Martinez out there. I can't have Reese Hoskins out there.
See, Halo's Duck has got it. He sold Trout the second time he pulled him. You pulled him twice, then you can sell him.
First off,
never lock him in.
Let me tell you about the whole 2 diamonds I've pulled all season.
Mike Trout.
Let me pull 2 Trouts real quick.
End game player. The only outfielder I would take over him is Andre Dawson. And that's possibly.
Didn't we have this conversation last week or the last episode?
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe you weren't here. Trade Trout. You sell Trout. You buy all the Nationals. Get yourself Andre Dawson.
No, because you're not going to use anything. What are you going to use? You're not going to use Strasburg. You're not going to use freaking
Strasburg just got a bump. FYI.
I know you got a bump. No, Trout is the best hitter in the game outside of Pepe Alazar.
Get yourself Pepe Alazar.
You don't get Pepe Alazar. You can Pepe Alazar by grinding, not buying.
Oh, I guess now you could technically grind it, right? Because you don't need to have all 30 teams.
Yep.
Get yourself Bryce Harper.
The cap doesn't count, Red Sox. A cap doesn't count.
Trade for Bryce Harper.
You know what? I'm going to say this. Forget it. Dawson, I would take Trout over. No, I can't say that. Never mind. Take that.
Dawson's got speed, cannon.
How much is that Bryce Harper in the market right now?
This one?
The 99.
Top. $500K.
Okay, he's more expensive than the only Bryce Harper's the only one I take over Trout, and you can't get him.
They're both the same. I mean, price wise, they're both the same.
I know that's what I'm saying. You can't get Bryce Harper if you sell Trout, or if you do, you're essentially trading one for the other. There's no chance you trade Trout. I'm sorry, you just can't do it.
Do it any day of the week.
We will agree to disagree.
We can agree to disagree.
Just know that I'm right.
I did not get my Mike Scott. I'm very upset.
Someone outbid you? If you just leave it at 42, you'll get it eventually.
Yeah. I think I pulled about 800 packs. I pulled 2 diamonds. One was Craig Kimbrell, and the other one was Miguel Cabrera, who I sold, and then a week later he went down to gold. Good times. Good times with those diamond pulls that I've had this year. What else? Yeah, so this season ends, season monument ends September 13th, which is 2 days from today. How'd you do? Did you get into this? I know you've been playing a lot of stuff, and you have said your online playing has slacked. Did you get any in before this rush of demos and preludes and upgrades to demos?
I did, but I didn't get any far. Like I was started off in wildcard and then won a few and lost a few and then won a few and lost a few. And I think I'm at like 680, and I don't have the time or the patience to sit down and play for more Season Monument. What would I get? Division Series? What would I get? The Giolito? Or the Giolito's in Championship Series, right?
No, Giolito is in Division Series.
See, I told you. I told you he didn't spend any.
I think that's a lie. He just don't want to say it here. He dropped at least 6K. Not even.
There's no way he just 6K. Get out of here.
I mean, I'm
probably gonna play one more and get the Giolito. The Giolito's probably gonna be sick, so
yeah,
maybe I do that.
And why is Giolito gonna be sick? Got that sinker.
Yeah, sinker and some velo. Yep.
Yeah, I essentially did this to get Dansby Swanson, and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna. This might be my last season. Who knows? You know, now that we're gonna have Madden stuff, I'm gonna be in that Madden CFM. You know, we're gonna have FIFA coming out, all this stuff. I'm like, this might be my last season. I said, let's get Swanson. Got Swanson. I'm like, play till we lose. And I've been on that's been somewhere in there. Started the 10-game winning streak. So I don't know if I'm gonna try for World Series. I guess I might as well, right?
I mean, yeah, you might as well at this point. Well, is it the 13th or the 14th that it ends?
13th.
Oh, okay.
So I would assume 13th at 2:00, right? Whatever. I think does it say? No, it doesn't say here. Yeah, it just says the 13th. So I would assume it's the 13th at 3:00 that day, right?
Yes,
3 p.m.
it means the 13th, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific.
Oh, Jay Sherman's saving all his money for Foot. Yeah.
For who? Oh, for a Foot. Yeah.
Yeah. Pro Club.
I know. I said I knew he spent money somewhere, but I knew it wasn't MLB.
I think we're bringing the band back together for Pro Clubs. It's gonna get crazy.
We had a band.
I mean, you weren't on the band, but we had a band.
Oh.
Back in the day.
I mean, I'm a pretty damn good CDM, by the way.
Ugh.
Just letting you know.
I'll talk to Jay Sherman about that. We'll see. Highly questionable.
Highly questionable.
I don't know if you can pump with us.
Brah. You need to ask around. My CDM skills are legendary.
I'm gonna assume this Tom Seaver's not good. What are your thoughts?
The who? Tom Seaver? Actually, I've heard people like the Tom Seaver. That got him in the pre-order packs where they did that as their diamond mission.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I've heard people like them.
99, the 92 or something, right?
Yes, the 92. It was the 92, but I mean that's what I'm saying. I don't think the 99 Tom's bad.
Oh, it actually has a sinker. 4-seam slider.
There you go. See,
6 change and sinker. Ooh. Now
I don't go through tryouts. J23. I'm past tryouts.
You might get a shot and then get booted.
Might get a game in. I am Alex Hunter.
Well, then you're straight trash, so don't worry about that.
No.
Yeah, that's a huge responsibility, especially with all the CPU defenders. Yeah. Did you do Season Speedster at all?
I did not. Or the event? No, I did not do. Event. We talked about we talked about this last time. Like I played a few games in it. I just, for some reason, it didn't catch me like some of the other ones did.
Yeah.
It felt very, I don't know. I think they did a good job keeping it at 75 and stuff like that.
But again, I was still running up against teams that had 6 diamonds in the lineup.
Yeah. People are very creative. It's always going to be this way for Ultimate Team and card collecting modes. People that spend money on it are always going to have an advantage. That's just the way it is.
I just wish the things were different.
It's like people said like the events were supposed to be like salary cap, right? Mm-hmm. In Madden. So that's what's going to keep it down. Well, I mean, I said that's kind of the same idea. They're going to give you an OVR cap that you can only get to so much. You can only put so many players in the league. But the problem is much like salary cap in Madden, the people that spend the money end up with the cards that are specialized for those modes.
But that's why I was hoping for something different out of events. I was hoping it was going to be more like how FIFA does whatever their thing is called, where you're not going to... I don't want to see diamonds in events. I don't really want to see golds in events. But, I mean, I guess that's just me. Because I feel like if I'm going to run a team with 6 diamonds, I should probably just play seasons.
Right.
And not play an event. But that's just personal
preference. 23J in chat. By the way, that breakout Steve Pierce is amazingly clutch, by the way.
Yeah.
Always been good.
He did all 50 and he got the cargo.
Did he? Nice.
Yeah. Not weekend league. Well, I guess weekend league qualifiers, I think.
There's too much weekend league in that.
You can do custom stuff, I think. I think weekend league qualifiers you need custom stuff, but I think the real weekend, I think it's wide open. I don't remember. But yeah, I was hoping for more reason to use lower overall cards.
Yes,
which
and
doesn't seem. I mean, there's a hint of that in
lower overalls not named Christian Betancourt.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's a hint of that in some of the stuff they do in events. But then it's like, all right, well, there's also these 15 diamonds that also fit into this, and it's like, yeah, I mean, that's great that they're there, but I want the events to be using lower overall players so that you are showing that you're better at the game than someone else. You know? They kind of try to do that with seasons with the mod rating and all that stuff. But I feel like events, if like it's bronze team versus bronze team, if you are not good at making contact, putting the ball in play, moving runners over, you're not going to win in that. And I was really hoping that would be more what events was, and
I also think that's the idea.
With their using the overall team thing as the restriction. I think that's what's really kind of screwing us up. Like, if it was 75 overall players instead of a 75 overall team, I'd be way more interested in playing those games.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, Jeff says he had
Trout, Finley, Ellsbury, and Blackman
in his lineup.
Yeah, and those are all top level diamonds.
How he had 4 outfielders, I will never know.
Play Finley at first base.
Oh, Finley plays at first.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess he had Finley at first base.
Yeah, I was really hoping it would be reason to do like silvers and bronzes and stuff, because I mean that's what we tried to do with tournaments. In the Bullpen Banter Discord, that's sportsgamer.com/BB Discord, or you can hit.
Right, but the problem is that if you don't have multiple lineups, it's impossible to do private tournaments like that.
Yep. It's funny because Darth Obvious, one of my great friends, he was like, hey, are we going to do tournaments in this? I was like, we tried earlier in the season, but nobody wants to change their thing 10 times because we don't have the lineup tools that we need in this. But that's what I was really hoping. That's what I was really hoping events was going to do. Was take these cool ideas that we have for tournaments where you're going to use cards that you're not good, that are essentially useless. Like, cards you will never, ever see in ranked seasons, and gives you a reason to use them. And that's not really what events have really done for the most part. Sure, there's been some where it's like, oh, you're going to use bronze pitchers. It's like, yes, but I'm using these bronze pitchers against diamond lineups. Or
and
teams with 6 diamonds, and it's like, I'm not really getting to see, is this bronze pitcher actually good against other bronze hitters? But
well, the other part of that is you're seeing those cards, you're just seeing them stashed on the bench. Mm-hmm. So people, you know, like I said, if you have a starting lineup of diamonds, you can put commons on the bench and be fine with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wish I hope they retool that a little bit more next year, or at least have them come out more often, that there are more like that. I think they've only been doing like 1 or 2 events a month, so.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I think my main thing would be more silver or less players, and limit, like, have events where there's just no diamonds. Make people use golds.
Right.
Because I feel like,
and they did that early in the season. Remember, they said they were early in the season. I think the feedback they got, now, remember, we're only one sect of the community. Some of the feedback they got where some of the higher end players were saying, hey, we have all these diamonds, we can't use them.
Right. Yeah, play ranked seasons.
Right.
And then they say, well, we're in World Series already. It's like, well, then there's a problem. Go protect your World Series-ness. But yeah, I mean, I think events should be great for people that don't have super loaded teams and can use these cards, but they're lower tier cards, and be effective with them. Because I feel like if you have a low end team, you're only going to go so far in ranked seasons. Because I'm sure people will argue, but like if you have a bronze team and you're the best player in the world, if you go up like against a fairly trash player with all diamonds, they're still probably going to have a good shot at beating you. Unless you're just swinging at complete garbage. Unless you're just swinging at everything. I think a diamond team will beat a bronze team 99 times out of 100. As long as you're... Because you figure diamonds, most of their contacts, their zones are half the strike zone. So unless you're absolute trash, you would destroy a lower team like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I wish there was more for not super money spent teams in... And I thought that's what events was going to be. And I really didn't feel like that's what it's done. It's like, oh, this Lou Brock, which... I mean, technically the Lou Brock's pretty cheap because I think you do the Cardinals without any...
Yeah, it just goes to the program.
Yeah. But, yeah. I kind of wanted more from events this year, but... I had that one that I liked. The... was it Moonshot? I think I liked Moonshot. But again, I was essentially using my ranked season's offense. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll get something more next year. I can hope.
Well, and again, first year.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing here is it's the first year for this. They were tweaking as the season went on.
Blackman at first base. That's what he did.
Oh yeah, they were tweaking even the events as the season went on, as it goes on next year, and in the off season. And we know there's been feedback given for that kind of stuff too. So we'll see.
I mean, I would even be in favor of if they run 2 events simultaneously with extremely similar but slightly different rules. You know?
Like a lower, maybe like, all right, so let's use Madden again. Maybe like a normal gauntlet and a premium gauntlet?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, maybe have a higher end rewards for the higher end tournament?
Or even a... I don't want to say it because if it becomes true, I don't love the idea. Even if you had to like buy into the higher one with better rewards. I don't love that idea.
Yeah, I don't love it. I wouldn't mind it though.
Yeah.
I mean, you buy into Battle Royale as it is, so why not?
Yeah. But imagine you could buy into a higher tier of Battle Royale, which gave you... Or let's say there was a free Battle Royale that only gave you certain cards. Like you only had... Like the tiers were different. Like instead of 2 diamonds, it's only 1 diamond and 3 golds or something like that. And you would have lower cards, and the rewards wouldn't be as good. But then there's the other Battle Royale that you can buy in for 5,000 stubs. But you get the two diamonds, the 5 golds, and whatever, and the rewards are higher. I mean, just spitballing out here. We'll have a lot of off-season time to spitball more crazy ideas too, I guess.
Yes, we're making the game ourselves this offseason.
Like, I want to use this Sean Newcomb all the time, but an 85 gold starting pitcher is never going to make my lineup, so I'm essentially never going to use him. Is Dansby Swanson ever going to play? Probably not, unless they do something that makes me use him. But yeah, hopefully they get something going. We'll see. New event Wednesday. We'll get the information about it tomorrow, probably 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific. Anything else? You got anything else?
I've got nothing else. Just I've had a lot of people. I will address this. A lot of people saying that the game is dead.
Yeah.
I don't believe that. I believe that last year around the same time. Well, go ahead.
I did look. The numbers for World Series weren't super high, but I checked that a while ago. I'll check now.
Right. I don't think the game's dead. I think this happens every August. You know, the sports gaming schedule gets really rough between late August and late September. I think that's just one of those things that a lot of people like to use as their agenda pusher.
The game's also been for almost 6 months now.
6 months, yeah. It'll be 6 months at the end of this month. Remember, we had a pretty decent community going as of January last year. Mm-hmm. In terms of people playing the game, streaming the game, I think you got to let the new game feel wear off a little bit. I'm still playing it, even though I'm not streaming it as much. I I simply can't stream it as much because I have to stream other sports games. You personally, you're going to be streaming Madden just because you got to play some of the other stuff too. So I would hope that people would research a little bit and do a little bit more looking into the reasoning year after year why this happens instead of just saying the game is dead, because it is far from dead.
And I mean, how many, really, think about it. How many Madden people are going to be playing Madden in 6 months? What's it? September?
That's a great point. I mean, once
November,
Super
December, January.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Who's playing NBA? Who's playing NBA 2K next February? I don't know how basketball works. Is that still going on? Is that
yes.
Is that the beginning of their 3 months of playoffs?
No, yeah, the playoffs go until like May, June, July. So.
Will there still be different seasons all year after the Real World Series? I assume so.
I'm going to say yes until I would think, and I don't know this for sure. My guess is that we'll see season play until January.
Yeah, I think January we'll see. I feel like we'll still see events and seasons till January, assuming last year was accurate.
Yeah, as long as they're still doing content, which they did, like I said, through January last year, and they took a month off before they started the hype machine for 17. I think we're going to see seasons, events, new content through January.
Yeah, we're still going to be seeing new cards. Maybe some of these future stars that you're talking about that we'll see keep coming up. We have 46 pages, 18 pages each. Do the math.
Right.
So that's, I don't know, what, like 800? Maybe more? And that's just that's just people that are in a World Series right now. Is 823.
I don't know how many people we had last year. Or last month. Yeah, I don't know how many people we had last month.
Saying like 22,000, which I don't at all think that's true. I think it would be like 2,000. I'd believe that, but
yeah.
But yeah, are you going live at midnight tonight with anything?
For NHL?
For NHL or
no? I streamed NHL earlier.
Whatever other games are out. 2K is out?
No midnight stream tonight. Tonight is going to be dedicated to trying to get high enough in Destiny to do the raid tomorrow.
One of those guys.
I mean, I want to. Dude, I got to. The other thing is too.
You don't got to do anything. Just saying.
Oh yeah, you got to.
You got to go play your Baby Goat solos.
Dude, I have not touched Baby Goat solos, and I probably should at some.
My Ray Lewis is an 87. All right, guys.
Yeah.
I think we're good here. You good?
Yeah. I'm good.
Guys, don't forget you can follow us on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer, at Mills Gaming TV. Do you have a quick link to your Discord?
Yeah, it's just discord.gg/millsgamingtv.
So you can go there for his Discord. We've got the Bullpen Banter Discord. That's thatsportsgamer.com/bbdiscord. Or I just also have a just general gaming, essentially sports gaming one. That's thatsportsgamer.com/community. I felt like we keep the Bullpen Banter one separate, and I'll have the other community. And if something gets big, maybe we'll do something different for it. But I wanted to keep the all these great Bullpen Banter fans, the pen pals, if you will, in their own spot. So I don't want to get Matt and stuff mixed up with them. They don't want to.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. Tune in every Monday night here, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, for Bullpen Banter. You can also follow Mills Gaming TV on Twitch. Also Snaggle J on Twitch if you really wanted to. Not necessary. It's September. You can subscribe to either any of our 3 channels for $2.50 this month, rather than the usual $5.
The tier 2 and tier 3s are also half off.
Oh, I did not know that.
So you could actually technically sub as a tier 2 for the same price as a tier 1.
Ooh, that's bonus emotes and all good stuff like that.
Yep.
Also, I cleared out the cheer today. So whoever has the top cheer, I will rename my create a player after you in Diamond Dynasty as we continue to play.
Also, if you are cheering on any channel on Twitch for this month, hashtag charity when you cheer. So cheer the number you're cheering, and then hashtag charity. You can still do your message after that if you have text-to-speech on in any of the channels, but that money goes straight to Extra Life for Kids. The streamer still gets the money that you are donating.
I thought it was
the streamers
$2 out of every 1,000 bits.
No, it's bit for bit.
Oh, it is.
Up until I think 250,000.
Nice.
It actually says in the chat when you donate cheer, it actually will say in the chat how much they've raised so far.
Gotcha. So if somebody wants to do that cheer now, that'd be great.
Yeah, so everybody, it'll give the total how much for Extra Life. You and I both know how important Extra Life is. You do 24-hour stream in whatever however you do it, broken down every year. I think that's coming up, right?
25-hour stream this year again.
Well, there you go.
They've made it. So I think a couple years ago, like we changed how we changed when these time changes were.
Right.
And now somehow they've scheduled multiple Extra Lives now on the nights that the clocks roll back. Yeah. So November 4th, probably 8 a.m. till November 5th, 8 a.m., including both 2 a.m.s. We'll be streaming 25 hours for the Children's Specialized Hospital of New Jersey and Extra Life. I want to raise like $2,000. I think that would give us like a nice round number for the career so far. This will be my 8th Extra Life. Tiring, extremely tiring. We should probably just do bullpen. My plan is I would like to just do bullpen banter during that day, rather than doing.
We could probably do that
because I will probably be dead at some point that Monday.
That Monday night when you fall over on your desk and TJ, you okay?
You know what actually usually happens? Usually I take like a 2-week sabbatical of from video games.
It's probably not a bad idea.
It's like all right, let's just get this out of my system for a little bit and be done there. But yeah, that's going to be November 4th. Link in the chat. Exclamation point EL, I think. Yeah, that'll do it. I think that's everything. September. Bits for charity. All of our channels. Don't follow Snaggle J. Or go on Twitter and say, this was the best episode of Bullpen Banter that you've ever heard. And make sure you tag Snaggle J. So he knows that it was amazing what he missed.
Nice.
Anything else?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good. Next roster update will be in 2 weeks. Let me just pull up the Show Nation real quick, because I think there was something else in that blog post that we should have mentioned. New event starts Wednesday. Details will be released Tuesday. There will be a 99 overall card in the ticket counter next week. Looking to be a postseason item, because I think they're starting to roll out postseason cards, because they don't want to have the same problem they had with All-Star cards, where there just weren't enough cards out there to really use. So we'll get a 99 sometime this week. A lot of people are saying it's going to be the Beltran. I don't know. Could be the Robbie Alomar. We're still waiting on a Super Robbie Alomar card.
I would be really surprised if there was well, he is the second baseman, and it is easier to get higher overall at second base.
Also true, and it's just a playoff card. So technically, if he had a hot run, I think they were saying like 92 playoffs, he was really good.
Right.
I mean, we could look at rubber 2. What else? Next roster update will be September 22nd. And then I think maybe after the season ends, maybe we'll go to. I mean, it depends on what their content schedule is going to look like. But
right.
we might go to every other week to match up with the roster updates for Bullpen Banter.
You're saying the hints say it was a switch hitter.
Well, in 1992, he hit 423 in the ALCS, and then hit a robust 208 in the World Series. In 93, he hit 292 in the ALCS, and then 480 in the World Series. So, it's possible. Either of those are huge possibilities. Could he be a 99 with a no power? Because he didn't hit any home runs there.
I mean, again, his fielding.
His fielding's going to be up there.
Second base is different. Second base is a different position. Yeah.
But here's the thing: he's going to have fielding and contact, which I think that's going to get you a good rated second base card. But I think you gotta have something like the power, or crazy speed to get up to a 99 at second base. That's what we've seen. All the high-rated second basemen have either crazy power or crazy speed. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, what's his stolen base amount?
Again, this is
for the postseason. Yeah, it's a postseason though.
8 for 10.
That's pretty good. That's probably going to be in the 90s for stealing. So
6 walks, 6 Ks. I mean, is it? Yeah, but does that make you a D Gordon card, or does that make you a 99 Robbie Alomar?
Oh man, I don't know, dude. I really don't know.
That's the question here. What's here? Let me tell you what a 99 second baseman is. 89 speed, 98 contact versus righties, 71 versus lefties, 75 power versus righties, 96 vision. So if he has like huge vision, huge fielding, speed, and some contact, I mean, that pretty much gets you to Joe Morgan. I don't know what his.
Right.
I don't have his postseason splits, which would be a weird thing to have. I mean, Altuve is. Wait, what? Yeah, second base. I mean, Altuve's got crazy contact and no power, but high vision, high speed, and high fielding. I mean, I guess it's possible. If he looks like a switch hitting Altuve, I guess that's a thing. See, like the Cano's a 96, and he's got the crazy power versus lefties or versus righties. Like Brandon Phillips. See, I just feel like his card would be more Brandon Phillips than Jose Altuve, but again, it's such a small size that I guess, what is his average? I don't know what it is. They don't give you the totals for a playoff run. So if he hit 292 and 480 with about the same amount of at bats, what's that equal? Like 350-ish, probably.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Is 350 going to get you 90 plus contacts on both sides? Probably.
Maybe.
I mean, I guess it really just depends on how they do it, because no, he was only an outfielder, right? Like, how many home runs did this guy hit? Ugh, I hate what was this card? Postseason. Where's the? What are you
looking for?
How do you get the Schwarber?
The Schwarber's a left field. It's not on the market. It's the Cubs. Yeah.
I want to see what he was going for. But he's got crazy power, right? No contact, and he's like a 90. I mean, I guess. I mean, if they make if it's essential, I feel like it would be Jose Altuve pretty much. It would pretty much have to be a switch hitting Jose Altuve card. Again, that's given that I don't know his splits. Or if they give him crazy fielding, maybe he'd be a little bit lower. If he's a Brandon Phillips with more speed and a little bit more fielding, I guess maybe he could be 99. I don't know. But yeah, next roster update's the 22nd. We'll be back next Monday so we can talk about the event and any other new stuff they put out, the 99 card on the ticket counter, and all that. But yeah, again, you can follow me at That Sports Gamer everywhere. You can follow Mills at Mills Gaming TV everywhere. Yeah, I think we're done here. So now it's time for you to get out of the bullpen and get into the game. Take it easy, folks. Thanks for watching. I had to click on the right thing to get out of here.